Welcome to another episode of the Conspiratorial Gentlemen's Club. My name is Darius.
I'm George. Welcome
ladies
to
and
the
gentlemen.
It's a mouthful.
Yes.
It's kind of like the mouthfuls we're getting every single day from the government and their bullshit.
Mhm.
It down as the American people, the people of the world. But ain't nothing
Some
new
goy
under the
glob.
sun. Just like our old podcast name, ain't nothing new under the sun. As
Mhm.
they say, history doesn't repeat itself. It rhymes.
Absolutely. And the amount of goy slap that is goy slap, that slap that essentially that is being fed to the American people at this point, we're just noticing more and more how fake everything is. So, as of recently,
Wait,
we
hold on
have-
real quick. Later on, we weren't going to add this episode. I forgot. The Goy Cannon. We'll talk about that later.
the goy cannon.
Yeah,
All right.
it was that weapon, that special end of the world weapon that the Goy. I'll look it up. But go on. Go back to what you were
All right.
saying.
So, essentially, yes, going back into that, we're going to kind of go into the Epstein files a little bit and then kind of dip our toes into the recent interview of Israeli representative of Israel, Mike Huckabee, but actually just the ambassador to the to Israel for the U.S. Basically, just a propaganda campaign, and the way they were trying to kind of spin it, absolutely remarkable. Then we're going to dive back into the Epstein list and wrap this thing up with some hopefully positive news. All right, so Darius, let's take it away.
Real quick, just because I saw this. So it's a conspiracy extinction level weapon called the Global Obliteration Yield Beam, Goy Beam Cannon.
Are there schematics for
Also, apparently, AI is listening to me because it says, since you mentioned interest in conspiracy theories and podcasts, you might be looking for a specific topic for the Conspiratorial Gentlemen's Club. And then it went into the Goy Cannon. Goy Beam Cannon.
So it is a real thing.
Yeah. Well, apparently it's not, but I think it is.
No, I hope it is.
A Hebrew Yiddish term for non-Jew. It's a vocabulary exclusion. Goy as a linguistic weapon. Is that what you mean?
See, like it used to be like cattle. Used to be like I don't know. They keep changing the definition to make it seem lighter than it is.
Yeah.
It's definitely a slur. You know, and they can't deny that.
Yeah. Well,
that's
our word, George.
Yeah.
You better not put a hard Y on that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
But yes, no, the amount of goy that was in the Epstein files and the 3 million files that dropped, and particularly speaking, that the 3.5 that the other 3.5 million they were supposed to drop, they're not dropping anymore because they are going to run investigations on it, and essentially they can hold on for it for the next 3 years until the next president comes out because how bad the files are. And I don't think one administration wants to take the fault of whatever. I mean,
everyone's involved. All the administrations. And
involved.
Obviously, there's a reason why it's been so long, and like most things, they start off saying, oh, there's no such thing. Okay, there is a such thing, but it's not that big of a deal. Okay, it is, but it's kind of important, and you can't know. It's like it's the same tactic that all sides have, that show you a little bit, but it's not in lie to your eyes. You're lying eyes, George. You have lying eyes.
I mean, now it's just like, yeah, duh. Like the rich and powerful eat babies. Like, duh. Like people, children, of course, get sacrificed to ball in these parties. Like, are you dumb?
they've
Like
been sacrificing children for years.
exactly, and like it goes back into the early 1900s, the early creations of Hollywood, and the early creations of Satanism into the military as well. Like this shit's been happening, but yeah, the Epstein files are just revealing the amount of Satanism just be on these first 3.5 million alone that dropped, and you're seeing, you know, betrayal. You're seeing absolute disgust. You're seeing grape. You're seeing pizza. You're seeing hot dogs. You're seeing young children as low as like 6 months old that like are being sold to like Prince Andrew to play with, and like
Playing
pictures
with
are being
like
dropped of that.
fake boobs, a
Yeah,
boob ball.
uh-huh. And it's just like this wonderful, and it's just kind of weird. Like it's just like it's like a weird dad fetish, but man, it's just like it's sick, man. It really is.
You know, it's like I was watching a movie today. It's just sad because it's like there's sometimes been innocence and stuff that I feel like has been stolen. Like I was watching the movie The Wedding Singer. If you haven't seen it, watch it. It's still a classic. I haven't seen it in years. Classic. I was watching it with some family members today. And there's like the scene when they're like at the bar mitzvah. There's like the goofy kid that wants to dance with the cute girl and or whatever. And you know, they're like, "Oh, I'm too fat and goofy. No one wants to dance with me." And then, so Adam Sandler's like, "Hey, what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna have, the waitress, the most attractive chick here, pick out who she thinks the most handsome boy is." So she picks out the goofy kid, and he like grabs her butt, and then she grabs his butt, and then Adam Sandler starts dancing with a girl, like a 14-year-old girl, and he takes her hands to his own butt, and then everyone starts dancing and grabbing their butts. And it's like at the time you're like, "Wow, that's funny and cute," and now you're like, "Oh my god, really?" I was watching this, I was like, "Really?" With all this going on right now, this is bullshit.
No.
This used to be an innocent, cute thing, and then you see Michael Jordan is like pinching the butt of that little kid. It's like, come on, dude. This is the
Mhm.
time where you're just like, keep a distance. You know what I'm saying? Like some kid,
Mhm.
it's like, dinks, they see little kids and they're like, stay away from me. And they
Yeah.
scream, like, I don't need these kids in this fucking room with me. Be like a dink. Okay, right now. Just be like, no, your kid is not cute. Sorry, I can't say shit like that anymore. And it's sad because it's like, at the time we thought that was innocent, but now you like look at it and you're like, is this innocent? Is this creepy? Is this bad? Is this like being playful? Like, what
Mhm.
is this? Especially at
And
that time when that movie came out, I was a kid, so it was like to me, I'm like, oh, that's just funny. But like
yeah.
now as an adult, I'm like, oh my god,
Yeah.
I'm not
It's super
accusing
revealing.
anyone in that movie of wrongdoing, but it's like what we know about Hollywood is like nothing but wrongdoing. And it's funny that they keep deciding to like take Fall Guys. It's the meme of only one of us has to be in here, brother. Of The Dark
Yeah.
Knight Rises. It's like
One
in
of us have to be
Hollywood.
in the wreckage.
So yeah, one of us has to be the wreckage. Like the first one was Hollywood. It was Weinstein, right? Now it's like in the Epstein
Prince Andrew.
stuff. They're doing Prince Andrew, and you know what? I'll tell you, it's crazy. Is Prince Andrew's not getting in trouble for being friends with Epstein? He's getting in trouble for using his position of
Secrets.
power and giving away confident information.
Yeah, which is worse too.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't
Yeah,
say
but
worse
like
than
more
child pedophilia, but
no, that's apparently I don't know, apparently treason's pretty fucking high.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's like a killable offense.
Yeah,
Hey,
exactly.
if they actually really cared about child grapes and grape gangs and the things, they would get a crackdown on the things that are happening in their country. And that's the sick part because it's like part of me is like, are they really not going after them for the grape stuff accusations? Because
What's been happening?
if that happens, do they have to go after the grape gangs? You know what I'm saying? So it's
I
like,
mean, I hope so, right?
yeah, I would hope so too, but
Yeah.
I have,
But yeah.
they're more
Well,
concerned about the St. George cross on the flag. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but now we even have Lex Wessner with his deposition that he recently came out with. Like he was basically just talking way too much, which was just like him explaining that like, oh, Jeffrey Epstein actually just he gave me the idea to like watch out for because people were stealing my silverware and my forks. So there was like a fork shortage at my house, and that's when like I started like talking with him and trusting him more. I'm like,
Do you think
that is
he's like, dude,
why.
he's talking like this to come and sound like he's senile? You know what I'm
It's
saying?
I
Like,
think it's just because like he wants to sound like, yeah, this is normal, but like he's also hasn't lied in ever. And when you haven't lied like this, and like you're gonna get caught lying,
yeah. Well,
like it's
and it's just ridiculous the things he's saying, and like I will say though, some of the questions were kind of like, I'm like, who's asking these questions? But he had pretty shitty answers, and they were all like drawn out and long. But you know what it kind of remind me of in Office Space when he's like, "So what do you do here?" And he's like, "Oh, well, the engineers aren't people, are like people persons."
uh-huh.
And they're like, so I have to like talk to the customers and send the information to the engineers. And he's like, so what does your assistant do? And she's like, well, she talks to the customers, gets the information, gets to the engineers. And they're like, so what do you do here? And he's like, well, and he's like, you don't understand, these engineers, they get, it's like, he just keeps talking. It's like, no, dude, you're not making things better. To the point where literally his attorney literally looked at him and said, like whispered and hot mic'd, keep it under
uh
5 words or I'll fucking kill you, which I thought that was funny. Like, obviously,
well, like,
this is not a good person, this lawyer, and
yeah,
Lex
Michael
Wessner's not
Levy.
a good person, but it's still pretty funny that he's like, dude, like, stop.
Yeah, but he's Michael Levy's not a good guy as far as lawyer. I mean, not a lot of lawyers, good people, but like Michael Levy particularly is not a you know, I would say per
Uh,
se a good, ethical lawyer. He takes on cases that like people that just have a lot of money and can pay him to do the dirty work essentially.
yeah.
So that that's Michael Levy's like background. And you know, Lex Wessner just, his answers just were really, really bad, man. And it's not going to look good at this point. I think there's going to be more talk at this point. I feel Epstein is alive,
Oh, he's alive and well.
and he's definitely in like the Tel Aviv. And, now we can kind of go into this, this interview with Mike Huckabee that Tucker Carlson has, and we have a little clip that we can get into.
Yeah, and something about this is, um, okay, so we have this clip from Ryan Matta, about to get started. Okay, here
I'm probably sure by now that you guys heard that Tucker was detained over in Israel after he performed an interview with
His
Ambassador Mike
producers.
Huckabee. Well, just in case you missed it, Mike Huckabee just announced that Israel should not have to pay for any of the reconstruction in Gaza. The American taxpayers, you owe Israel
That was on the
reparations.
Fox
Should
News clip.
Israel be expected to even pay one penny to rebuild Gaza at this point?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Listen
and I'll
to
tell
what
you, if
he's about to
anything,
say.
there ought
Listen
to be
to this
reparations to Israel
reparations.
for the extraordinary fight that they have had to conduct to get their hostages back, 252, including many Americans.
That message is directly to you, the American taxpaying slave. Go get a second job because you can barely afford to keep a roof over your kid's head right now.
Isn't that insane?
Yeah.
So he wants you to pay for that shit. But it's like, we're the piggy bank of the world. And that's the problem. We're literally the piggy bank of the world. And that's what frustrates me. The United Scammers of America, and people just, you listen to when he actually talked to Tucker Carlson, and this dude doesn't know what he's talking about. Sorry.
No, it's bad.
He was misinformed, ridiculous, and this old mentality, this Zionist, untrustworthy, like, I deserve it and I want it now. J.G. Wentworth, I want my money and I want it now. And it's like, it's, to me, it's like, what's gonna, okay, this board of peace, we have given 10 million, some other countries given 7 million. It's supposed to go to Palestine. Like, is this going back in Israel? Like, is this Israel? Like, is this Israel's reparations?
This is Israel's reparations, absolutely, because he continued to say they absolutely deserve reparations for what they dealt with.
Yeah.
And
he talked about, like,
just,
they had 200 captives. And it's like, dude, you guys are striking rescue workers. What the hell do you want? I don't understand. Like, it's to a point where it's like, you're not getting people on your side.
No, it's bad.
Yeah, you're literally making people hate you. And again, if this goy beam is real, is that why you just don't care? Like, I actually think through Pegasus and other avenues, they just have so much information, and they just think they're untouchable. And I think they think that they're not even like the chosen people because they're Zionists and of their faith. It's like, I think they think that they are the chosen few right now. These boomers think that, like, in their lifetime, before they die, they need to start the Armageddon or whatever they want to, like,
reclaim. They need to expand Israel. This is the time.
Yeah. It
is the time, though. It is like they're trying to take full advantage of the time they have.
Yeah. And it's like the same thing I've always said that pisses me off. The same thing that pisses me off about these, like, Russian hating boomers. Again, I'm not saying be pro Putin or like Russia. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is there's these people that are still, like, they grew up in the Red Scare, right? These Congress members and politicians and media personalities that grew up during the Red Scare. So they think that Russia's the boogeyman, is the big boogeyman, is still to this day. It's not. They're not. And they want their almost holy war with Russia. They're just as bad as, like, the Zionists, I think, where they're trying to bring the end of the world. I'm not talking about the Armageddon Zionists. But these boomers, like, they want their holy, bloody nuclear war with Russia. And I don't get it. It's like, you're on your way out. Why do you want to ruin the world? Why are you trying to end the world? It's like the same thing. It's like, why are you still trying to make money? You got a few years left.
Is it because it's the ultimate blood sacrifice? I kind of feel like it goes in those regards a little bit.
I think it's the great promise never being fulfilled. It's the same thing with millennials being all depressed and annoying and being these fucking, like, revolutionary crybabies that aren't revolutionary at all. It's this, like, the millennials were told that they were special, that they're going to change the world and they're going to save humanity. And then most of them ain't shit, and they're dinks and they don't do shit. A dink is a dual income couple, not some naughty thing, freaks. Right? A dink's a little, like, gay dude, right? But I think, right? Like, old school version.
No.
Twink. A twink. Yeah, it sounds like it. Yeah. It rhymes with twink. Bro, I'm old. I don't remember. Like,
no, you're just in Texas. Yeah. You're not around a lot of twinks. You're fine.
The twinks are pretty big here. They got otters.
You got, like, big gay dudes.
Yeah.
Also,
Actually, no, you
Big
got the
closeted gay
DL.
dude.
Yeah, you got the DL. Fun fact: I worked in a local establishment that served most of the powerful people that ran, like they owned stuff, that ran churches out here. DAs used to come through. A politician used to come through. Um, there's a lot of dinks, but not the new term. No, there's a lot of DL dudes that I think they go to Baylor, they get married, they're Christian, but they still want that money. They want that trust fund money. I want that money, right? I want that money. Um, and so they get married and have kids, and they meet these girls in college, and they say, "Look, you can have your boyfriends, your life. You're going to be rich. You're going to be powerful. You're going to have everything you want, except a straight husband." And they're going to be like, "Cool, okay." I met, dude, it was creepy how many I've met. But getting back to the story at hand,
All right. Speaking of that whole entire situation, all right, I want to go back into the Tucker Carlson Mike Huckabee interview because there was a point where Tucker Carlson pressed him about the Israeli president Isaac Herzog having an email saying he was going to be on Epstein's island, and he was like, I had no idea. He's and like just playing so dumb.
yeah, and
Throughout the
he
whole
literally
entire
asked
thing.
him, he says, "Don't you, like, did you just meet with him? And don't you meet with him on the regular?" And he's like, "Yes." And he's like,
Mm-hmm.
"This doesn't concern you?"
Yeah,
The
and like
now
his name.
president.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what's weird? You would think that president would have pardoned Netanyahu if he has that much compromise on him, which, just throwing that out there. I thought that was weird.
No, this whole entire thing is weird, and that the fact that that file got dropped as well is very eye opening to us.
Well, and
as
look,
well.
for Tucker Carlson, like, I'm going to tell you something. He even pressed him about Israel being the reason why we went to war in Iraq. You know that? Did you see that clip?
Oh yeah. He was like, I have no like,
And he's like, no, we had nothing to do with it. Israel. Right? It's like,
yeah,
he's like,
exactly.
Israel had
Yeah,
nothing
no.
to do with it. He's like, it wasn't Bibi Netanyahu that spoke to Congress and said that they had the Mossad gave them information that they have weapons of mass destruction. Like, it was your intelligence, not yours, but it's, Israel's intelligence. And he's like, oh, I do. Oh, blah blah blah. The America decided to do that themselves. It's like,
People are still killing themselves over that war.
yeah, it's like more people that fought in that war died from suicide post-war than died in that war.
I think it's because it's only. I think it was 100,000 that were lost in that whole war.
No, Americans?
In 20 years. In 20 years.
Probably less than that. Way less than that. Like
Okay.
5, maybe.
No, you can even look up the numbers. It was definitely.
I'll even combine Iraq and Afghanistan. Hold on.
Yeah, it was definitely over 100,000. Like, I guarantee it. But yeah, just in general, it's been an absolute shit show. And people don't forget. It's hard for people to forgive themselves. What are the figures?
Hold on, it's loading.
Come on, how?
Operation Iraqi Freedom, which this is going by time. Like, it's broken up into 3 sections for Iraq. From 2003 to 2010, 4,410. Between New Dawn, which is 2010 to 2011, 73, and then Inherent Resolve from 2014 to present, 119 deaths. Afghanistan, from the time we were there to the time we left, was 2,463. So a combined number of 7,074.
Oh.
Yeah. That's what I said. We killed a lot of people. Like,
so was it wounded?
Like,
wounded
in action was 20. Well, hold on. Yeah, it was a lot higher. So 32,000 in Iraq were wounded, and 20,000 in Afghanistan in all this time. Still not 100, but still that's 50 grand, 52,000. Still a lot of
Yeah.
people
Plus the
wounded.
people that like eat the bullet. Yeah. Still, you know, still wrong war. We did something real like, they even Sean Ryan can admit it was an Israeli war. Like everything was for Israel at that point. And what's funny with the Epstein files, Darius, is the fact that they're redacting all the ones that Epstein's involved in 9/11, all those emails.
So real quick, so you know how many vets have died of suicide since then? 141,000.
Jeez, yeah, okay, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So yeah, so essentially, combined deaths was 700 or
200.
7,000, 141,000 for.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's crazy.
that is nuts. That is nuts, man. That's a big number.
Yeah, and
Big
that's not
number.
including like murder, being killed by each other, murder,
Hmm.
suicide. That's just straight suicide.
Hmm.
That's why like everyone
Yeah.
knows somebody. Like somebody literally like
Yeah, everyone knows somebody that or somebody know. Yeah,
yeah.
no, it's nuts, and it's unfortunately it seems like it has Epstein's hands all over it as well as Dick Cheney's, dirty hands, and it's very unfortunate because a lot of people were making money at that time, and Epstein was definitely one of them in the banking community at that point, and
How
the
is it
trafficking.
that like something that Les Wexner said was that he was introduced to Epstein and he was like, oh, who is this? And it's like, oh, he runs the finances of all these billionaires. So even before they got connected, he was,
The Rothschild.
yeah, connections. And so, it's funny that he's like, oh, I got to get to know this dude. If he runs these billionaire accounts, I need to give him my money. And it's like, bro, were you that dumb? You just like, but then you look at like even like a more not micro version of this, but like another smaller example is like look at what happened to Dane Cook. Like he got robbed out of his ass, and
Mhm.
the dude was like untouchable, super rich, and then lost everything. So it's like people do get robbed by their financial advisors, by family members, by trusted people. So it's like was Jeffrey Epstein an agent or was he a fake it till you make it psychopath? Like sometimes I
He
think
was
like this dude
definitely
would
an
just
agent.
faked it. He just was like, you know what?
He
Until
was definitely
somebody,
Mossad.
until someone tells me no, I'm not stopping. Yeah, of
He
course
was
he's
definitely
Mossad.
Mossad.
Okay,
He
or at
was
least he worked for
100%
him.
Mossad.
Maybe not
Well, yeah, no, the
trained
files
in
clearly
Israel,
say
but he lives there now.
no. He definitely worked for Mossad.
No,
Like
he
the
did work for
files.
him. Like, not. It's not what I'm saying. I'm
Yeah, yeah.
saying it's not that he went to Mossad
School for
school.
him.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like he
yeah.
was tapped on the shoulder kind of
Mhm.
thing. You know what
Mhm.
it was? He was a high school teacher, right?
Mhm.
And he probably had some weird ideals, ran across some.
Well, he would go to the high school girls' party as a teacher.
That's what I'm saying. And they got some dirt on him. Some Mossad agent's daughter slept with him, and he's like, "Well, I didn't have a daughter for not honeypotting." And honeypotted him, and then was like, "Hey, you like doing this shit? You want to keep doing this shit and work for us? Just do it to other people." And he's like, "Okay, fuck yeah, because I'm a fucking freak." And so
Mhm.
he, with infinite money and backing and power and connections, he did whatever he wanted, and it just probably got to his head, and his ego got so fucking inflamed because he's a sick, sadistic, psycho Satanist, Mossad agent. He probably was like,
Well,
you know what,
apparently,
I must be better than other people. I'm gonna be genetically cloning myself, and I'm gonna be doing this. And it's like, this dude never said no.
well,
If he wasn't evil, it'd be inspiring. I'm just kidding.
his ex on X, his girlfriend before he died, basically put out a statement, basically saying he wasn't involved in the Satan stuff. He just sold the children for money.
Good job. You were gonna marry him. What a freak.
She's a dentist too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, they
So
like
she
seeing
probably did
people in
some weird
pain.
shit.
Have you ever met a dentist? It's
Yeah.
like in your mouth. They charge you to get tortured. Hell yeah.
No. For sure.
Speaking of that though, but it's like, okay, think about this. One day you're just some sick pervert high school teacher. 20 years later, you're scheming with Bill Gates. Scheming with Bill Gates, bruh. You be scheming.
Is this the one about the vaccine or?
Yeah.
Oh, this is the 2017, right? Where
Yeah.
they talk about starting the vaccine or starting a pandemic, right?
Yeah. And so it's like, but this is something, just getting people to read through that. This is something that's not new. We've been talking about this. They ran these war games, and that's the thing, like, or virus war games already. He was behind a lot of that. And clearly, evidently, that Bill Gates got his information and his ideas that he brought to the Bilderbergs, the Davos people, the Economic Forum people. And then with that, they literally ran the simulation trials. They did. It's facts. Look it up. And then they did it. And, like, I still laugh to this day when I see people go, "Oh, you racist. It wasn't an American funded lab in China that released the gain of function bioweapon. They eat bats. Chinese people eat bats, you racist." So I still think that every single day, because it's like, it's just this web. Have you ever heard the I guess the analogy of what the government, the one world order is? It's called the octopus, the kraken.
Yes.
It has tentacles everywhere. And those tentacles cross paths sometimes. And sometimes they don't even realize that they're a part of the same body. And they cross paths so many times, it becomes this interconnected web of just muck. And I think that's where we're at. I think the octopus started tying its hands too many times crossing paths, too many times, too many reaches. And then you look at, like, all these old evil fucks are all becoming senile and old, and they're dying and they're getting ill. And then they're still trying to have power. They're still trying to push their agendas. They're still trying to do the economic form, liberal economic earth, one world government. They're still trying to be globalists. They're still trying to eat babies and do horrible, nasty things to the day they die. But the problem is, they didn't start this system. They inherited this system. And the ones behind them, and this is probably why these boomers and elder psychopoliticians and agents and bureaucrats refuse to let go of power, is because part of it's they're selfish and they just can't they just can't. They just need to hold on to power. But I think another part is they might be concerned that this, like, thing that they inherited, they didn't create, but they inherited it and molded it to what they believe what it should be. The octopus's arms, the tentacles of the octopus, they molded it to the web that they want. And they're worried that one, they're going to die before their ultimate goals have been fulfilled, which I think a lot of them feel like that's going to happen. So they're trying so hard right now to do their radical ultimate goals, right? And then you have, and the flip, also part of that coin, you see that they kind of look at it and go, oh my God, then Gen X ain't going to do it. Millennials aren't going to be able to do it. Like all these systems that they inherited and molded to being what they wanted are going to collapse, which is good for
100%.
us,
Yeah.
but bad
Which
for
is,
them. But that's what
yeah.
makes them dangerous about this is like, if they're about to die, they have nothing to lose and they already think that they're untouchable and godlike. They're going to do worse and worse stuff before they die.
I mean, yeah. Well, you're seeing it now because Israel, at this time, it feels like the Zoltans have the worst PR going on for them. And they push so hard on X. They push so hard. I don't feel it on Instagram really, to be completely honest. I feel Instagram. I see like I think it's just the algorithm how it's built. But with X particularly, it shoves Zoltanian propagandists down your throat just to like kind of make a point. Like, but like it's just like all the arguments are really bad, dude. That's the like really annoying part about like their system is just like their arguments are very bad and they're trying to prove like a good point on a bad argument, and it just their public relations is failing of that, and like it's not helping the sentiment that they
But I
control
almost feel
everything, they have
like
all the money.
it's on
Like,
purpose.
guys, yeah, I'm back. I think I was going on a rant too much on the Zoltans and it cut me off.
Yeah. So you need to get Starlink. So look, I think it's just like is it like, are these fumblings on purpose? Like, is this on purpose? Like, is this bad PR on purpose? The fumbling of the Epstein files? Like, I'm not saying it's 4D chess. I'm not saying like, oh,
I think it's fumbling.
sorry. I'm not saying it's like the 4D chess. Like people are like, oh, it's 4D chess, 7D chess. Like this is a genius move. It's a bait and switch to get people to think one thing and then to expose the truth. No, that's not what I think. But why, oh why, is it so poor in all ends? Like if Israel can tap into your phone with Pegasus and rewrite codes and spy on you, and the government in America could spy on you into whatever they want, why are they so bad at releasing the Epstein files unless it's on purpose? Why is the PR so bad for Israel? Especially it's like it comes out, it's like, oh, they're paying $7,000. Is it like, is the internet too big in your algorithm that you've built? If you are a conspiracy theorist and see the truth, or if you're anti-Zionist, if you're anti-this, are you not just gonna see? Are you just not in the echo chamber to see the influencers that are getting the money? Like, what is it, George?
I don't know. Like I see it on X. I'm not sure if they're fighting. I know on TikTok it's a big thing, but even TikTok has the slip ups where all of a sudden like anti-Zionist propaganda is like the hot thing for 8 hours of the day, then it cuts off. So I don't know. I don't know, man. It's a weird bait and switch operation, but it. I think they put themselves in a pretty bad situation in Gaza, particularly the soldiers who were making TikTok videos and doing a lot of those, like wearing women's lingerie and like playing with kids' toys, and like it did not help that, and unfortunately, that lives on the internet forever. No matter how hard they try to get away from that, it lives in the internet forever.
Forever, the internet doesn't die unless they want to grow with it,
Exactly, and
because they
they're
do steal
trying
stuff.
so hard to like erase that, but like I don't know, particularly with these younger kids, and they're on TikTok and they see that, and that's going to stick in their mind for the rest of their life. Okay, like the fight is over at this point for the Zoltans, and like
Well, I
they're
think
gonna.
they know it too, and so that's why they're
That's
like
why they're doing
using
this.
Trump's
Uh-huh.
um, term as like this.
The last 3 years.
Yeah, like it's kind of like, all right, we got to get everything done because originally we thought we had 20 years until we're fucked, but the problem is we don't have 20 years. We have 3 years. So we need to do everything we can to get ourselves. Like I said, I seriously think they're making a buffer zone around Israel and mainly around Jerusalem because they're going to try to bring back the temple on the hill, on the
Yeah,
on the mount,
that's the
and
Armageddon,
the
right?
jihad against them in the Muslim nations will have to descend, and that's why they're creating like a buffer zone where it's like, hey, like you can't get to us now. Like we have, like that's the thing. It's like, why are they still in southern Syria? Tanks, jets, military. Why they essentially created a no-go zone of bombing in South Jordan and South Lebanon. You
I mean, they
know,
just bombed the church in Lebanon.
yeah, they're literally creating this like zone around them. Because I think they're gonna make some moves probably soon.
Do you
Most
think it's
like,
gonna drop tomorrow, or because apparently he's planning to attack the 23rd or 24th?
well, when's the State of the Union?
I think he's gonna do it before the State of the Union.
Well, if
I
it
think he's
goes
gonna do a
bad, the
surprise.
State of the Union is going to be very bad
As far as like the
because it's already going to be a shit show. That fucking dude Green in Texas is going to get up with his cane and cry. And the Republicans are going to be like, detain him. We're going to do nothing about it. And then we're going to vote to censure. And then they're not going to do it. And then Democrats are going to get more money, more fundraising,
yeah.
and win the fucking midterm. So I don't think I don't know. Maybe his power play is he's going to do it during the fucking Congress and now, like, State of the Union. I don't know. Let me look this up. When is the State of the Union?
Yeah, I don't think Paul. I think he's too involved at this point, particularly with like Jared Kushner and Ivanka Trump. And Jared Kushner is essentially a weasel in his own right because allegedly he was trying to do his own thing, and like look at him now. He's brokering all the deals in the Middle East. He's doing the new Gaza. He's brokering all the things in the Dubai, which now you're seeing Dubai being a Trojan horse for the Israeli Mossad, which I've been calling that since like it started getting popular. I was like, I don't know, like,
I
like
think
I called that shit from the beginning, though.
I think there has been this sweep of change in the Middle East. But before that, the 24th Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, the State of the Union will be. So you think that they're gonna bomb them before? Because I read that they're probably gonna try, and
They said 10 days, but that's just the alleged insider information from John Kiriakou on the John Dolly podcast.
yeah,
That just like it was just, who knows, just some insider information from his CIA people
yeah,
inside. But obviously once that's put out, and Trump's the type of guy that always bombs before his, like, he says 10 days and he bombs you in 6.
yeah,
Whatever. So like, I don't know.
yeah. And I don't know. I can look at it as like it's a risky move. Now, if they're successful and they only strike the leadership, super minimal casualties on their end, zero American casualties. Because if there's one fighter jet that gets shot down, one boat that gets sunk, one misstep, like there might be an attempted nation attempt
See, I don't
on
know,
him
like,
again, like at there, because I think that, like, I can foresee him being like, look, if we do it right, it's a great strike. We take out their leadership, no casualties. I can waltz in. They might be promising him, like, hey, Trump, if you go to the State of the Union after making the Ayatollah fall, no one can say anything negative. You'll be a great person, yada, yada, whatever. But the gamble is, if any American is shot, if any plane goes down, if anything bad happens, if American boots touch Iran, that's not quick and in and out like Venezuela, it will be the end of his administration and the end of the GOP in these midterms. Even if the inflation goes negative and we broker deals and America becomes rich in the next 6 months and we somehow figure out a way to pay off all our debt, the GOP will still lose if any American lives are lost in Iran, especially if boots are on the ground.
I mean, particularly, he should be giving the $175 billion in tariffs to us, but he's wanting to put it back into corporations. So that's a big FU to us as well. The allegedly $2,000 check that he was going to give to every citizen because of the tariffs. So it's bad.
I think everything's a bullshit.
Yeah,
I bet
100%.
you money. I bet you money. Well, one before that, Illinois Pritzker, that pig, sent them a bill of $8 billion, and I was like, if anyone thinks that even if that bill was paid, not one citizen's getting a penny. Okay, first of all. Second of all, I think that $2,000 play is going to happen, and it's going to happen in the mid to end summer, because that is like the last ditch effort. Like, we're not going to see it until then end of summer, because it's going to be or maybe even like October. Like, everyone's going to get a check in October just randomly. It's going to have Trump's face on it, and it's going to say tariff check. Even if it's not even from the tariffs directly, he's going to send money out this year. Okay. He has to. The last time they sent checks, free money to people, Thomas Massey's, people like us, people with a brain, are going to be like, no, don't send free money. Like, you're fucking us over. Like, that's more debt. That's literally, you're causing inflation, right? But
we need to find some dead people that just died and get their information.
Yeah, but most Americans are going to be like, free money? We ballin'. Daddy needs money. So it's like, I feel like that play is out of the picture until the end of the year, before the elections. He already said that. He literally said that a few months ago. He's like, I could give you guys this money, but we're going to have to figure something out. We'll probably give it, towards the end of this year, maybe the end of summer. Like, he literally already said that he's not going to do that. And not only that, I don't want him to send out the money. I don't want him to steal the money either. It should be going to a fund that has interest and, to pay off our debt.
I don't think he'll ever do that.
Give
I think he'd
the
rather
money?
give it to the people. Yeah, I think I don't think he would put it towards an interested loan. I think he would give the money for midterms, like you said. And for
that's the play. I think the money, and that's why they made a big deal about the refund, because Pritzker's like, literally had this stuff written up, ready to go, like, send out the tweet minutes after SCOTUS sent out their, like, hey, you can't do this, but there's different, and then what's his name said there's alternate avenues you can take, and that's what Trump is doing. But I think that the play is, like, especially since they mentioned, like, oh, I don't have to, like, the SCOTUS didn't say if we have to refund the money or what we do with the tariffs that we've already pulled in. So if that's true, I think that they're going to say, okay, cool, we're going to put it in a fund, and then we're just going to disperse checks with, again, a big ass Trump on it, GOP all over it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, thank your
Yeah.
local
And
GOP.
then it's going to be like on the there's going to be like, and this is if they're smart. Now, if you're smart, what I would do is whoever is going to be in the elections in your area, get a hold of the check, add in your information. So tag yourself on along that check. So if someone gets a check, it says, this is the Trump check. You know what I'm saying? Please, your local governor, whatever, who's running, and then have information. I don't know if you can legally do that. I don't know. But it's like, might as well at this point, because ain't nobody playing fair. And ain't nobody have ever been playing fair. So, but yeah. I just think that, I don't know, man. And a lot of people just talk. It's like, it's just frustrating because it's like, okay, people get mad over stuff, but they're just keyboard warriors. And half of these dudes are bots or like from India, regardless of what side they're on. People are being
Yeah,
swindled by like fake accounts
the bot
all
farm is
day.
real right now on Twitter, particularly right
Yeah.
now.
The propaganda is bad, dude. And it's just like, I can't get on Instagram or Twitter X without like literally seeing just, and people are falling for the propaganda. And some of it's just like not even like, AI looks better than some of this propaganda, dude. And it's
Mhm.
just like, how are you falling for this? And like these narratives, I feel like the internet needs to get past falling for certain narratives. Like there's too much truth. Yes, I get there's a lot of lies out there, but it's like,
It's a tall ask, man.
yeah, I
I
don't
mean,
know.
particularly with AI now too, and you have the boomers being manipulated by AI. Like, I don't know. Like, it's a tall ask, I feel.
Yeah, it's only gonna get worse. It's only gonna get worse. It's getting crazy. Like, I I commented recently about like, um, I think AI, like, I think some people's grasp on AI, they don't understand what it's doing, and a lot of people don't understand is like what you were paying $20 a month for, those tools or the old tools, right? And you're paying to essentially train these AI systems with the old system for the new system that you don't have access to yet.
Yeah.
And so it's like, it's gonna change things. Like, I think that somebody is going to use in the next year an AI tool to build GTA 6 and release it before GTA 6. I'm not talking about
For free,
mods.
like, type of thing.
Yeah, I'm not talking about mods. I'm talking about, because there's right now, it's expensive. I'm not paying for it and it's not advanced enough, but there's Google Genie, and it's an AI essentially like world generator that you can walk around in, and you just whatever you want, anything you want, and it gives you
Wow.
controls, and you can jump or fly, walk around, and it's like people did some crazy ones. I saw someone do like a crusader in like destroyed and run down Minnesota. I
Jesus.
saw someone do like post-apocalyptic. I saw someone do like just all kinds of random ones. Like, and it's, again, I'm not paying the money for it, and it's not advanced enough. But look how fast everything's advancing. Look at these videos become more and more real every day. Like there's still this uncanny valley, luckily, but I feel like at some point we're gonna get past that. And it's like, think about how like it's getting so clear and good that I know it's fake, especially if it's a female. And you know why I know it's fake? Because females use like filters so much that they look fake. And so it's like this weird uncanny valley when you put so many filters on, but the filters are different than what AI makes a person look like. If that makes sense, right? Like there's these like AI
No, it does
accounts.
make sense. Yeah, absolutely.
Like
Like, you
there's
see, go ahead.
going.
Well, I just saw recently 179 100,000 followers. She's a
The jujitsu AI.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I saw that
That's
too.
wild. That's
And dude,
wild.
guys are like, "I love you. You're
Yeah.
beautiful. Like, wow. Like you're so
Obsessed, dude.
like it's creepy." Guys are like,
That's creepy.
and it's like, are you real? Like, are you a bot? And not like I'm saying, like, is this a bot telling another bot something? Like, is that where the internet is at? Like, bots
For
commenting on
sure.
bots. You know
Oh
what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Why not?
Botception.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But it's just creepy, dude. Yeah, and it's like at first glance, if you're just like scrolling real quick on your phone, you think it's just a real person.
Yeah.
Now, if you look
100%.
or listen, right, there's like that uncanny valley,
Yeah.
but like, dude, give it a year. And now think about it. It's like, okay, you look at these game companies that are like, we're not going to do AI, we're not going to do AI, we're not going to do AI. And then it's like Microsoft. Xbox is fired their president or their CEO. So the head of Xbox is Phil Spencer. He's stepping down. A new head of Xbox is coming in, and the president is resigning. And the new lady coming in is really young, and she
Wow.
was the head of Microsoft AI.
Oh wow.
And she's like, "Oh no, we're not going to use AI. You know, it's about art and human art. Like it's the human touch that matters. But we're going to use the tools of the future." So I think what they're saying is like, yeah, like we're still going to have devs and artists, but AI is going to make it 10 times faster because we can't be making video games in 10 years. Because again, I think that these AI companies are going to crack the code on making pretty large games. And before you know it, people are going to get into a point where it's like, okay, and Elon was kind of talking about this, like where you no longer have apps and like you have a device that's linked to AI and you can run anything you want, create apps on the whim. And I think that's going to be video games. And I think that's going to be everything where it's like, all right, I want GTA 6, you know, with this character, I want to look like this. I want you to render this. I want these games. Like you're gonna tell the AI to build something for you, and then you're just gonna have a video game.
Yeah.
You know, it's gonna happen. I'm telling you, it's gonna happen. It's very soon.
No, I agree. I think at this point, I mean, they
Spending,
already started to, so like
yeah.
it's only a matter of time.
Well,
People
they're
like
using like
creative companies
images
are going to
and
adopt them.
little art pieces, but at a certain point, they're gonna use it to streamline things. Again, the years of 10-year, $500 million video games are gone. Gone. Especially, dude, the video game industry took the one of the biggest losses. Like Hollywood's taken massive losses. They're gonna just yeah, there's gonna be purists that are gonna cry about AI. And trust me, I love the natural touch. I love art. I love humans, but I understand that money controls everything, and they're gonna use the tools.
Yeah.
Sorry, tools of the future. Um, we'll get into the other stories with Whitney Webb and JD Vance and some other stuff at another time. We're hitting about an hour right now. So
All
I
right.
know we kind of took a left turn today, but we didn't get to, there's so many other stories. Cartel fighting in Mexico, United States hockey team winning for the first time since the miracle of 1980. So congratulations to them. Congratulations to the women. Both beat Canada. Fuck Canada. You know what I'm saying? Me and all my homies hate Canada. So
All right. Well, I think we should still continue talking about the Epstein story. Don't let this kind of
oh,
go
we're
away,
never,
guys.
but this is the thing, we're not. But
Oh,
the
no, this
thing is,
is my final
you
thought
can
prior.
have both. Two things can be true at once. You can talk about good and bad things. But yes, we've never stopped talking about this. We've been talking about this
I
forever.
never. I'm saying we don't stop talking about it. I'm talking about the audience. My final thought there is,
Okay, I'm agreeing with
yeah,
you.
yeah. So, don't stop talking about this. Like, things need to happen, even though you see Cash Patel, you know, uh, celebrating with the hockey team. Go fucking arrest Lex Wessner. He's a registered co-conspirator, and you guys are doing nothing with it. So yeah, let's do some good, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, I would say go and arrest people before people take it in their own hands, but I think I don't know if that's going to happen. But then again, you look what's happening in England, the protests, the fights against their government and immigration, and the new parties that are pushing for re-immigration, meaning going back home. I would say you never know. Maybe some people are going to get fed up with it, but at the end of the day, the people that are agreeing with you right now is the enemy of my enemy is my friend. So just be careful. They might use you and use your fears and your hate and this disgusting revelations of, I would say misconduct, but it's literally rape, child CP, cheese pizza, all that. It's don't get lost in the sauce. Don't get consumed, and don't be any useful idiots. So definitely fight the power, and let's make these people have to be honest and live up to their fucking shit they did, and don't let it live them down. Don't let them live it down. Okay, but at the end of the day, we're never gonna get the full truth. Um, and that's just unless somebody goes and does it. So again, I call out to the representatives that have access to the full documents. Be a hero, do the right thing, release them.
Say the names.
Don't even just say the names. Take the information and dump the information out. The information legally is supposed to be out, right? Am I wrong? You passed a
100%.
bill and you didn't fucking enforce it. Enforce it.
Nope.
So,
Not even a little bit.
and again, I don't at the end of the day, they're gonna go after Pam Bondi, make her resign, maybe try to go after criminally. She's gonna get a pardon from Trump. No one's doing anything because they think that they're gonna get a pardon from Trump. And if Trump goes down, there's JD Vance to finish the mission. So it's I think that's why they don't care, because they're using Trump as this boogeyman.
Stepping stone.
Everyone gets the point at it. He goes and so it's they already know that their bases are covered, and whatever happens, everyone's gonna get a pardon. Everyone's gonna get away with it, and business as usual. So obviously, I agree with you. Let's keep talking about this, but don't let it consume you, right? Unless you're gonna do something, and don't be like that kid that just got shot up. Do something proper, do the right channels, or force them to release the information. And again, not one of these people that have seen all the documentations has attempted to tell us anything. So,
Sure. All right. Well, thank you for ladies and gentlemen for listening in. Soon to be on Rumble. We are on Spotify. We are on YouTube. Please like and subscribe. And we're gonna continue pushing these out. I need to figure out how to get some sponsorship, and we're gonna start doing more interviews as well. So
make us big, like and subscribe. Refer to your friends, tell your friends. Don't hide your wives, don't hide your kids, don't hide your parents, don't hide your cousins. Send it to them. And don't forget, keep your eyes open. All three of them. Have a good night.
good night.